Hey guys, welcome back. Last time we went through a bunch of exercises and I mentioned something called stroke types. We talked about them downstrokes and upstrokes. We're going to get a little bit more into that today. We're going to learn why this is probably the most important thing that you can actually study in the drums. This is where we really get our control from. This is where we get our speed from. Getting the stroke types down is a gateway to being able to play anything you want to play. The stroke types are the building blocks for everything that you can play on this instrument. So when we're playing, it's important that we don't waste energy or motion. Remember, we called this playing efficient, okay? Efficiency. The idea that we're not wasting any energy. And for us, that means we're not wasting any motion. The only way we can not waste motion is if we know where we are and where we need to be and then how we need to get there, all right? So for an example, let's take an example here. I want to play two notes. On my right hand, I want to play two notes. I want to play a loud note followed by a soft note, an accent followed by a non-accented note. How would we do that? Okay, in your brain, you just kind of go, well, I would hit it hard, and I would hit it soft. We kind of can't do that. We need to think a little bit more about that, right? So let's go through this. To play an accented note, I've got to be up high. I've got to start high, right? And then, boom, I just hit an accented note. Okay, now I got to be ready for a soft note. But I'm not currently ready for a soft note, so now I have to move my hand down and then hit soft. Okay, because if I push it down from here, it's going to be another loud note, and that's not what I need. So how would I handle this? If I want a loud note and then a soft note, I would start high, and when I hit the drum, I would keep the stick down. Okay, I would cushion, again, we talked about that downstroke. I would cushion the stick with like the muscles and fat in my hand so that it doesn't really move around that much. Starting high, down and low. And I'm going to keep the stick down. Now, I'm not going to squeeze. Okay, if you're squeezing, you're stopping the motion of your arm. Squeezing your arm is telling your arm don't move, but then you're trying to move it. So you're telling your arm not to move and you're forcing the arm to then move. That's not good. We need to be relaxed. And this is where this really starts to come into play because you can't do the stroke types correctly if we aren't relaxed. So starting high, going down low, downstroke. Okay? And then from there, I'm ready to just drop the stick again. And there's my soft note. Okay? This is the same thing we did kind of in that accent tap exercise. Right? That's really relaxed looking. That's really smooth looking. But we have another version of that. Say we're down low and we want to end up with an accent. We want to do an unaccented note and then do an accented note. So you want to hear this. We would handle that the opposite way. So we would start low. And when you hit the drum, you're going to use that motion to push the stick back up. Okay, push down, let it pop back up. Now we're up high, ready for a loud note. Okay, so a downstroke is when we're starting high and we end low. And an upstroke is when we start low and end high. Okay, what if I want to play consecutive accented notes? What if I just want to play nothing but accented notes on my right hand? Okay, well, we would use what's called a full stroke. Full stroke being you start high, you push it down to the drum, and it pops back up to high. Okay? This is probably the first thing we ever did on a drum. Is a full stroke. Okay, these are also called rebound strokes because it's the same principle as rebound a basketball or dribbling a basketball. You push it down, and the drum, or in this case the ball on the floor, pops it back up. You push the ball down, it pops back up, and you push it again. That's the same thing we're doing here. This drum has a lot of bounce to it, right? I push the stick down and it comes back up. I'm just doing that while I hold the stick. Pushing it down, it pops back up. When I want to play a bunch of notes like that, I just do that repeatedly. Okay, so that's a rebound stroke. You push it down, it pops up. What if you want to play consecutive soft notes? If we want to play a bunch of unaccented notes one after another. We do the same thing, but we start from a low height and we stay low. These are called tap strokes. Okay, I'm doing the same thing. I'm pushing it down, letting it bounce back, letting it pop back up, but I'm doing it at a lower height. So what do these stroke types mean? What is this used for? How would I possibly ever need this? Well, let's take a rudiment we're probably all familiar with, and we probably also would like to play faster than we do. Paradiddles. We know paradiddles, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, but there's more to it than that. If you want to be blazing paradiddles, you've got to know what goes into paradiddles. The first thing we do with the paradiddles, right, we have an accented note. The first note is accented, then it's Okay, so let's look at that right hand only. Right hand only. Okay, what does it do? We go right, and then we have 2 taps here. So our first thing our right does is going to be a downstroke, followed by 2 taps. Pretty straightforward. What about that left hand? It's unaccented. Well, what happens after you play a right hand paradiddle? What do you immediately do? You play a left hand paradiddle, which starts with what kind of note? An accented note on the left hand. So this is where knowing what's going on gets really important, because this is where a lot of us struggle on the speed side and the control side is our left hand isn't ready to play the next paradiddle. We actually need to play it this way. A downstroke, upstroke, tap, tap, because then your left hand is ready to play the next one. Right? Okay, so that second part of that paradiddle needs to be an upstroke, so your hands are where they need to be, so they need to be there. Because if you just went at paradiddles without thinking about this at all, you would probably be squeezing your hands, clenching muscles, trying to force that to come out. And, you know, we've already talked about it. If you're squeezing a muscle and forcing it to move, that's not really good. That's not good for you. You're going to hurt yourself in the long term. So knowing the mechanics of how our hands need to get there gets us there and makes us relaxed. Also, remember, efficiency is wasting no motion, wasting no energy. Because I know where my hands need to be. I didn't waste any motion, and I can actually take more time getting my left hand up there. Look how slow I can move my hands back up as I play these. Okay, I have a lot of time to move my arms around between those because I know where that stick needs to be. So I'm not squeezing and popping my hands up and down real quick. We're using that stroke type to our advantage. That's where speed and control come from, is getting those stroke types under control. How do we get the stroke types under control, right? I just threw a bunch of stuff at you and you're probably going, the easiest way to get control over the stroke types is with a specific exercise. An exercise I call D-Tough, okay? Because that's where the strokes are. Down, tap, up, full, okay? Down, tap, up, full. And that's all it is. We're just playing those strokes in that order. Downstroke, tap, upstroke, full. Down, tap, up, full. So do that with me. I'm going to tell you what we're doing, and I want us to just keep playing that little loop on the right hand. So starting with the down. Down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full. Okay? If you need to back that up, do that a few more times. Do that on your own. Pause the video. Get comfortable with that motion. We need to get really comfortable with that motion. Do it in our left hand too. Let's do that together. Left hand. Here we go. Ready, and go, and. Down, tap. Up, full, down, tap. Up, full, down, tap. Up, full. Okay? Again, practice that on your own a little bit. So the D-Tough exercise, it just does that, but it does it in time. So we're playing this all on eighth notes. Sticking is going to be like 8 on a hand, 8, then 8. We're just doing 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. Okay, that's all we're doing. Sticking wise, it's pretty simple. Stroke type wise, we're going down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full, down, tap, up, full. Okay, sound wise, it's going to sound kind of odd. It's going to sound like this. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. So let's put that together. Let's play that. I'm going to pop the music down here below. You're going to see the sticking and the stroke type. Okay? Let's play through this real slow together. 1, and 2, and ready, and go, and. Okay, that's a pretty simple exercise and it really will help you get control over the stroke types. Do it the right way. Don't make sacrifices in technique to play something. And don't play it faster than you need to. If we can't play it that fast, slow it down. Play it really slow. Okay, play it like this. If we have to play it that slow to play it right, then that's what we need to do. Okay, the most important thing is that we play it right with good technique. tempo is secondary. Tempo will come with practice, I promise. Okay? Keep practicing this stuff. Again, stroke types are probably the most important thing we'll ever talk about. Really try to get some control over it. I'm going to pop the QR code up again if you didn't scan it the first time. In there, there's going to be a little bit more information on stroke types, some other exercises that we can do. Get into that. Okay, so next time we're going to talk about the audition process. Okay, there's going to be a time where you have to go into either 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 judges, and they're going to watch you play and decide what chair you get on something. So we need to know how to act and respond in that environment. We're going to talk about how we play rudiments, and we're going to talk a lot about sight reading. Sight reading is a big thing. So I hope you're getting kind of excited for that. This is really an opportunity to step up our game and really get ready to push. So until next time, keep drumming.